Good morning and welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. Good morning, y'all. Today is Monday, April 24th, 2023. And since I don't come on live tomorrow, I have got to say happy birthday to my middle grandchild. Happy birthday, Illy. I love you. And I hope that this birthday is the best birthday ever. Happy 13th birthday, baby girl. I love you. All right, y'all. Let's start today off with a blessing. Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us, the collective, a blessing for this Monday, the 24th of April, 2023, a blessing just for us. Oh, goodness gracious, y'all. And we need this blessing today. We get the Namaste blessing. Open your hearts and minds. Everyone, accept this blessing and extend this blessing to every person, thing, entity that you meet today. The divine in me acknowledges the divine in you. I bow to you and honor your inner light of peace and unconditional love. Eternal peace be with you. Eternal love be with you. Eternal joy be with you through this serendipitous blessing. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Let me say this one more time, guys. Open your hearts and minds. Accept this blessing this day. The Namaste blessing. The divine in me acknowledges the divine in you. I bow to you and honor your inner light of pure and unconditional love. Eternal peace be with you. Eternal love be with you. Eternal joy be with you through this serendipitous blessing. Namaste. Good morning, y'all. All right. I have got some fantastic questions for this Monday morning, but I'm going to put this out here right now. For Wednesday, y'all, I need y'all to drop questions for Wednesday. I know you've got them, so come on with them. I've only got about 8 questions. It's going to be a short show. So please, if you have questions for Wednesday's show or Friday's show, drop them in the comment section below this video. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. My first question today is from Lynn Ferry. Lynn Ferry asked a question about a man called Crossley Green. Lynn says, Crossley Green was convicted of murder in 1989. His girlfriend, named Kim Halleck, was offered inconsistent stories and was not tested for gunshot residue. The question is, will Crossley Green ever be free to go home to his family? Will he ever be released from prison? He was released and then they put him back in. Will he ever be released from custody? And the second part of the question, did his girlfriend Kim have anything to do with the murder? So the first part of the question, Crossley Green. Tarot, please tell us. Crossley Green, convicted of murder in 1989. Will he ever go home? Will he ever leave prison and be a free man? I hate to tell you this. Lynn, no. Crossley is going to serve his sentence out. The final card for him is heartbreak. He had hope, and they yanked it from him. So the first part of the question is no. No, he's not going to. He's going to have to serve his sentence. The second part of the question, did his girlfriend, Kim Halleck, and this is for entertainment purposes only, not to slander any person, did Kim Halleck have anything to do with the Crossley Green murder case? Did Kim Halleck have anything to do with the murder that Crossley Green was convicted of? Here we go. No. Kim Halleck did not have anything to do with the death. She was present. She was present during whatever happened. But no, she did not. She did not have anything to do with the murder itself. She as well may have been a victim of Crossley Green. All right, there you go. My next question is from Genealogy Junkie. Genealogy Junkie says, as the dark money becomes more unraveled, will the secrets around JFK's assassination be revealed? And guys, there's all kinds of stuff. We are going to start secrets that our government, specifically the FBI and CIA, some of the heinous things that have been done in the name of the American government, are going to make their way to our purview. Now, the things that are going to be revealed, and this is going to be on purpose, is going to be a mixture of truth and lies. Now understand, JFK's assassination, because that's what it was an assassination, was carried out by the United States government. They wanted to keep John F. Kennedy from doing what he was about to do. And he was about to literally create an equal playing field to take a lot of the veil away from the corruption in politics. John F. Kennedy was actually trying to help America and the world. John F. Kennedy was assassinated because the United States could not have a decent man, somebody who wanted to go against the racist tropes that the United States is built on. And I hate to say it that way. For all you patriots who want to say that the United States is a Christian nation, excuse me. All right. For those of y'all who want to say that the United States is a Christian nation built on Christian principles, you are the group that they want to keep in the dark. All right? And you're absolutely right. And I want to say this because our Constitution delineates that there should be a separation of church and state. But everything that our country does invites religion into politics, protects religion in politics, protects religion from prosecution when they harm people. When's the last time you ever heard of somebody suing the church? Any church. I just want y'all just to remember that. But let's go ahead and ask this question. Will the secrets around John F. Kennedy's assassination come to light? Will more information about exactly the roles that the vice president and other members of government, the FBI and CIA, had to do with John F. Kennedy's assassination? Will more revelations come to light? Give me a concrete, please. Yes. Yes, and it's going to be, for the United States, for a lot of us citizens, it's going to be a terrible day in America when we actually find out what happened to John F. Kennedy. Okay? This is going to hurt America to be faced with the reality of what our country actually is and who runs this. Okay? And this is what I need you guys to understand. I'm not talking bad about America. I'm speaking the truth about America. I'm speaking the truth about America as a person of color whose ancestors were in bondage in this country, whose ancestors who built settlements and towns in this country, those settlements and towns are now at the bottom of lakes. I'm speaking as a person who has a vested interest in the telling of the truth of the United States. So understand that this country and everything that we have been made to believe is built on absolute lies. Absolute lies. Everything. They have us celebrating these holidays, especially Columbus Day, Independence Day. That's when the United States turned against its own country and said, no, we're going to disenfranchise people based on the color of their skin, and we're going to use religion to justify it. And then we're going to enslave and murder everyone who tries to fight us, everyone who does not agree. Understand where we are. Understand how we got here. Revelations are coming. And it's going to be a hard pill to swallow for a lot of Americans. All right? But be aware. The truth is going to come out. And this is exactly what the United States does not want. This war against wokeness is a war against truth. This war against critical race theory is a war against thinking. A war against rationale. A war against the truth. Know your enemy, number one, and know what they're trying to start a war about. And understand, it's our consciousness that hangs in the balance. Again, I'm going to keep saying this because they are going to push and push and push and push. Find that thing what you're ready to stand up for. Find that thing. Find that hill that you're willing to fight and die for, because it's getting close to the reckoning. We are all going to be forced to make a decision on how we are going to exist in this nation and in this world, because the powers that be are about to try to harm us exponentially. The wealthy, Bill Gates, the Koch brother that's left, the World Bank. Let me refresh your memory in case you have forgotten what has gone on over the last 90 days. We've had Chinese spy balloons crisscrossing the United States. We had a rocket blow up. We've got space debris falling out of the sky. We've got banks becoming insolvent. We've got CEO of cash programs, CEOs, plural, being murdered, taken out systematically. We have the World Bank absorbing smaller banks to make one conglomeration. We have the rumors of the digital currency takeover, not Bitcoin, digital currency. And guys, it's already here. The only thing that has not happened is they have not phased out paper money. That is coming. And they already started. The test with that was to tell you we have a shortage of coins. Okay? Pay attention to what's going on. Our government lies to us daily. It doesn't matter if a Democrat or a Republican is running the country. Those people that we vote for every 4 years can only do surface things. And what we're seeing now is just the conglomeration of hate and despair. We have a Congress full of insurrectionists who are making laws to govern the rest of us. Insurrectionists who are telling us that our gay children do not deserve a place to live, that transgendered people do not have an expectation of the American dream because it makes them uncomfortable. And these are the people who want to call themselves Christians. They want to call themselves white nationalists. Words matter. Pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to who's doing what. It's time to extract yourself out of a whole bunch of stuff. It's time to change the way that you think. But to change the way that you think, you've got to wipe the cobwebs out of your eyes so that you can see exactly what's being done to you. And you have got to have the courage to not be afraid that the God that they have you believing in is going to smite you if you ask questions about that book that man made and wants to swear that God wrote it. God didn't write no Bible. God doesn't have to. Why? Because he put the entire blueprint in your head, in your heart. You don't need no book to tell you how to be a good person. You don't need no old stories to tell you what other people did. No, that is a method of control written by men. Written by the Church of Rome. Christianity didn't exist. Okay? And you need to understand this. Christianity did not exist. Christianity was invented. Okay? The New Testament was invented. Get mad if you want to. Facts is facts. And as long as you're scared to question the Church of Rome, then you'll buy anything. So, before you get mad at me, do your own research, okay? Just do your research and do it without blinders on and do it without being mad when you find out the truth, all right? Because there's a lot of truth out there. You just got to be brave enough to accept it. All right. My next question is from Renee D. What is the World Health Organization up to with this pandemic treaty? Oh my God, you guys. Now, this is something that we definitely have to discuss this because this is the most important topic of today is the World Health Organization and the new pandemic treaty. Number one thing to know about the World Health Organization. Number one, located in Geneva, Switzerland. Why is everything important that deals with the entire world located in Switzerland somewhere? I'll tell you why it's located in Switzerland, in Davos and Geneva, because that's a huge portal. Portal to what? I don't know. Portal to something. That is where all these people come together to put all their energy and money together to make decisions that affect the rest of the world. But understand this, the World Health Organization, none of these people are elected to this office. These people are placed there. They have diplomatic immunity, which means they can say and do anything, and no police force in the world is going to arrest them or stop them or hold them accountable for what they're doing. We are on the precipice of another pandemic. It's here. And now we have the World Health Organization. Let's call it what it is, a cabal, a gang, whatever you want to call it. Somebody that has all the power to decide how and what type of treatments we get when the next big thing comes and we're all in the shit. Understand this. Understand how this whole thing was set up. They take the power away from us. They give it to wealthy people, not doctors. You don't have to be a doctor to be in the World Health Organization. You could be somebody's great-great-great-grandson who's a complete moron, but because your family name says that this family has some type of power, and they decide that you need to have a job, so you go be on the World Health Organization, and now you have an idiot making decisions for the rest of the world. Unelected, unaccountable people run the World Health Organization. You don't even know who they are. And if they steer you wrong and kill 10 million people, you can't even hold them for harm. Understand, the rich write the rules for themselves. And this is the wealthy. All right, understand who's doing this. So, Renee's question, what is with the World Health, what is the World Health Organization up to with this pandemic treaty? Okay, and guys, privately funded. Number one funding, number 1, 2, or 3 in the top 3 funding of the World Health Organization is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Just let that marinate for a second. The same man who now wants to make panels to make water is the number 1, 2, or 3 donator to the World Health Organization, to the one who facilitates what we're going to do when there's a pandemic. Everybody's got to remember that all these rich muckety-mucks made a whole bunch of money off of Americans dying, made a whole bunch of money off of Americans freaking dying, off of the world dying. Pay attention to what's going on. Do not put your faith in any government. They are not working for you, okay? And this is the time where you got to get a little bit upset. You've got to be a little bit mad that these people with money feel that they can just use us as guinea pigs, poison our water, herd us like sheep. And that's exactly what's going on, guys. For all you guys who are living in all these areas that are under constant attack, you can't go outside because you can't breathe. Your doggone allergies, because that's what you want to call them. You swear it's your allergies. That's why you can't breathe, that you have burning in your throat, that your eyesight, your eyes hurt. No, and you look up, put your phone down, look up, see the planes crisscrossing, spraying, all of that stuff you are breathing in. It has an effect on your body. It has an effect on the water. It has an effect on every living organism. Pay attention. If you are concerned about our world, put your phone down, look up, turn your television off, read something, walk in nature, connect to the real things, shut off the programming. They have you in a fantasy world. And I got to go back to Oculus again because nobody's paying attention. Every time you connect your brain to that thing, you are being programmed, subliminally programmed. It stops you from wanting to do productive things. It keeps you in the metaverse. It keeps you in fantasy, not in reality. And that's exactly where old Ron DeSantis wants you. They want you pretending that living in a fantasy world, operating on fantasy. Let them tell you what to think. You just walk through. Okay? Extract yourself. Extract yourself from the metaverse. Turn that off. Please. It's important. Because a day is going to come, guys. A day is going to come to where they're going to play a tone Something. Might even sound like an emergency broadcast system. And all of a sudden, a whole bunch of seemingly sane people are going to go completely apeshit. Because you have been programmed and they have put in a switch to make you do something crazy. Turn off. Stop being programmed. All right, I'm going to jump off of that. Stop being programmed. Oh, okay. So now I want to talk about this. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is one of the top 3. Germany and this company called Gavi. All of these are pharmaceutical who are the biggest donators to the World Health Organization. Can we say that's a conflict of interest? Can we say that that's a bad idea to allow the richest people who own the pharmaceutical companies to be the biggest donors of the World Health Organization? Bigger than every other country except for Germany. Germany, I believe, is like the number 1 or 2 donator to the World Health Organization. And we all know what Germany did in the past. Germany was the first one to exterminate a whole bunch of people due to religious ideology. A whole country just fell in line. Let's kill all the Jews. Let's kill all the black people. Let's put them in concentration camps and eliminate them by calling them non-humans, by calling them savages, by calling them not Christian. Pay attention. Pay attention, because they don't change the script. Why? Because it works. So now you know the game. You know exactly what step they're going to take each time when they get ready to exterminate people. You know, because they don't change the script. It's working. Why would they? Religion breeds contempt. Contempt is deadly because you have people just hating each other because of what they don't call themselves. But we got to think about this. The people who call themselves the Christians sometimes are the most un-Christ-like individuals, especially in America. And I say that. You don't believe me? Go to any Native American reservation and tell me where the justice is. Go to any housing project where there's brown people and tell me where the justice is. Go to cities that are predominantly black and brown and tell me why no black and brown people own businesses in their own neighborhoods, because the government has set it up that way, redlining, blacklisting, making sure that every other, especially Asians, come into black neighborhoods, brown neighborhoods. And I'm not talking about Asians that are in America, American Asians. I'm talking about Asians straight out of Asia. I'm talking about Indians straight out of India that come to America, get land grants, loans, open hotels, motels, apartments, beauty shops in predominantly black and brown neighborhoods where black and brown people are systematically denied loans to open businesses in their own neighborhoods. That's a gift of the United States government. I'm not picking on no Asian people. I'm just letting you know that Asian, and I'm saying Asia for Pan-Asia. This is India and Asia Major immigrating to America. All right? So don't get mad at me. I'm just stating facts. And those of y'all who know. And those of y'all who want to be mad about it can be mad about it. But facts is facts. And I'm not being racist. I'm just stating facts. All right. So, what is the World Health? What is this? What is going to happen? This is going to be sad for all of us. Yeah. I keep getting the same cards. They're holding meetings. They're talking about our lives in absence of us. We have nothing to say about it. We can't get on the board. It's locked up, private. These are secret societies. The World Health Organization. Because people are put there, not elected, privately funded. That is a secret society because they are unaccountable, but they have all this power given to them by all these different nations. Pay attention. Understand the game. Again, pay attention. Don't trust the government. Trust yourself. Trust your gut feeling. Connect with nature. Disconnect with chaos. Stop listening to hateful rhetoric. Sing, dance, become one with yourself. It's important. Okay. Tell us, what is the World Health? This is control. This is what my guides are telling me. This is about control. Controlling the narrative. Controlling the, when the next pandemic happens. This is all about controlling the whole response. Controlling the narrative. If this is partly about what Trump did, the disinformation, but not truly about the disinformation, basically about making sure that there's a consensus before disinformation is spread. There you go. It's about who can lie. That's what it is. This pandemic treaty is about who has the authority to lie during a world health crisis. There you go. Ooh, I'm sorry about that. I knew that took a long time, Renee, but we finally got there. Renee's next question says, a gentleman of color got funding from Jaden Smith when they placed several water machines around Flint, Michigan. Those machines were destroyed and have had to be replaced over and over again. Renee wants to know, was in the destruction of Jaden's water machines, and I'm sure Jaden just sponsored somebody else's who had that brilliant idea of turning air into water, same concept. Is that when the technology was stolen? That's the question. Was the technology stolen after Flint, Michigan? If that makes sense. Let's just, yes or no. Was the technology stolen? Yes. Yes, it was. And there's fighting about it. Guys, eventually this is all going to come out. This will all come out. But here's the answer. Yes, the technology was stolen from what was happening from the response in Flint, Michigan, and the grants and everything. Because, and here's the problem. The technology, I can't say the technology was stolen because the technology was out there. What happened is, Jaden Smith wanted to give this for free, to not have to charge the people of Flint, Michigan. I mean, they may have to purchase their water from the machine, but the technology was there so that the people would not suffer. You know who destroyed those machines, forcing the people to suffer. Why? So that they could profit off of it. And that's what it all comes down to. Nothing is done to help. When people do things, now Jaden did something to try to help. Flint, Michigan, and the powers that be that found out, oh my goodness, here's a way that we can create water, create clean water. How can we profit off of this? We can't just allow them to have this for free. No, we've got to profit off of this. That's why they hate solar power. That's why they hate wind energy. Because who owns the wind? Who owns the sun? But they find a way to get you to pay for it. And I need every one of you to realize this. I need you to understand this. This planet has had electromagnetic energy since its inception. The powers that be know that. The reason we pay for electricity is so that the rich stay rich and charge us for something that's already here. You are watching me over a wireless device. That proves electricity travels through the air. So does light. All you need is a receiver. There's no reason to have a big power line attached to your house. It was never necessary. That was the biggest trick to get Americans, to get the world paying for something that is absolutely free. And guys, the revelation is coming. Those pyramids in Egypt were energy transmitters, transformers, whatever you want to call it. Transmuting energy. All around the world, these pyramids, they are specifically laid out along lines. The sun comes in, the electricity is transformed. It shoots out in these directions. The other pyramids pick it up. There's a whole net of electricity around this planet. There were receivers on spirals of churches to conduct electricity in the ancient times. Do you really think that people just lived by candlelight until the 1800s? You really believe that all these fantastic buildings that we have over the world were only built by firelight and during the day? Do you really believe that the people, the beings who created the internal workings of those pyramids that you can walk through did so in pitch black darkness? We have been fooled. We have been lied to. And it's now time for us to decide if we are big enough, grown enough, mature enough to hear the truth about our planet and the powers that be that try to keep us ignorant and uninformed and fighting each other and paying to simply exist in this world. We are being charged for every breath of air we take, and we're allowing the 1% to profit off of us. We've sold ourselves into slavery. Time to stand up. First part of freedom is recognizing that you are enslaved and then deciding to do something about it. All right. My next question is from Danielle R. I'm going to go across the pond. It's getting close to the coronation of Prince Charles. Prince William. Woo! I did not know that old Willie could not keep his willy in his pants. But I guess the fruit don't fall far from the tree, do it? Men of power. That's the whole thing. Men of power. It is expected that men of power take mistresses, that men of power have illicit affairs. Well, I guess old Willie done got his willy caught in the cookie jar. Here's Danielle's question. Will Prince William acknowledge his affair with Miss Chumley? And what will Princess Kate do? Ooh, I don't know none of this, but this sounds like some juicy old tea. All right, number one, let's get this part straight. Did Taro please tell us, did Prince William have an affair on Princess Kate? Oh, the first part. Oh, Princess Kate is the first card that shows up. And yeah, there's trouble in paradise. Oh my goodness, y'all. Here we go. We got the world. That wasn't his first affair either. Kate shows up as the first card. Now, whether he did the whole dirty deed or whether he possibly allowed some deeds to be done on him, this is hurt This has hurt Kate. This has hurt their relationship. And the whole thing right now is the children. Guys, there is trouble in paradise. So, first part of the question that I asked, there's a yes. Wills has not been faithful as he should be. All right, here's the second part of the question. Will he acknowledge his affair with Miss Chumley? Will William acknowledge his affair with Miss Chumley? Carol, please give us a good, concrete yes or no. Will he acknowledge? No, he is not going to acknowledge. It wasn't me, but she caught me on the camera. It wasn't me, saw me banging on the sofa. It wasn't me, she even had me in the shower. She even caught me on camera. It wasn't me, saw the marks on my shoulder. It wasn't me, heard the words that I told her. It wasn't me, as the screams getting louder. Oh no, he ain't gonna admit to nothing. And I'm sorry I had to give y'all that terrible rendition of It Wasn't Me. But that's what the boy is saying. He is saying, baby, 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 please, it wasn't me. I ain't do nothing. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. That's not my picture you see. No, it wasn't me. That's his words. No, he is not going to acknowledge his affair. Let's see. Last part of the question. What is Kate going to do or doing behind closed doors about this issue? What is going on in Kate's world? First card out is the Page of Pentacles. She mad. She been shopping. She been doing some retail therapy. She's worried about the kids. She's worried. Kate is worried about the rumors. Kate hates being embarrassed. She wants to run away, but she ain't gonna go nowhere because she has no place to go. She has the royal children. She knows that she could pull a Diana, but she would have to leave those children behind. She's not leaving her babies. She's not leaving her babies. And that's what people need to understand. If she gets mad and wants to go, she can go. But all three of them kids are going to stay at Windsor. So she's upset about that. She's kind of on shaky ground. She is mad. Mad. She shows up. Each time she shows up as the Empress. She is mad. Because this has upset her world. She's the proper. She learned at the feet of the queen. And her husband is doing what men of power does. And Kate, the whole thing about it is that upsets her is that she doesn't want to be she doesn't want tongues wagging about her. She doesn't want to be the item of gossip or, oh poor thing. She doesn't want that. Kate is a powerful woman, but she understands that her station is precarious. She's a princess, but only while she's with William. If she leaves, she's not protected. And those children ain't going nowhere. So she's upset because now she has to deal in the very uncomfortable world of being the wife of a very powerful man. You know, who there are people, oh, you're stressed, Your Highness. Sending Becky will make sure that he's not stressed for his next meeting. That's just a massage. You can use your imagination. All right. Danielle's next question. Will more royals move from England to America? And I already feel that this is a yes already. And I kind of feel like Princess Eugenie and her new husband are going to purchase a house in California if they haven't already. And I feel like it is going to be near Harry and Meghan. So yes, specifically Princess Eugenie. I feel like she is going, her and her new husband are going to move here to America because there's nothing. I mean, her daddy is a pedophile and she's ready to not have to, she's already, they got sent off the stage. Why be in England when you can be in America, be in Hollywood, California, living the American life? Yes. Yes, Danielle. Specifically, Princess Eugenie. Live in America, buy property in America, cohabitate at least part of the year in America. That's what's going to happen with some of the royal family, specifically Eugenie. Okay. Next question. Will Michael Cohen sue Trump in retaliation for the suit brought against him for testifying? This is crazy, and this is all about that where you can't talk about that gag order. All right, so here we go. Is Michael Cohen going to countersue Trump? Is Michael Cohen going to countersue Trump? Yes, and with his own card, guys. Hold on, let me pull all of these. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Oh my goodness, guys, this is gonna be good. Yes, number one, the answer is yes. Michael Cohen is going to countersue Trump for suing him about his testifying. Okay, this is Trump's card. This is his card, and this is a yes. All right. We have the tower moment. This is gonna be nasty, and I kind of feel like Trump is doing anything he can because he is about to have some money problems coming up. You got to pay for these lawyers. You got to pay for all these court costs, and he's got to pay real money to these, not give somebody a horse, not pay for somebody's kid to go to some school. No, he's got to pay real millions of dollars. Okay, and he has promised other people money and financial backing for sticking with him, and those bills are coming due. He does not have a whole lot of money. Trump doesn't. So his suit against Cohen is because Cohen is kicking butt on his book. So and literally Trump is like, nah, you need to give me that because I got to pay my bills. Justice is going to be served in this aspect. Trump is not going to get a penny from Cohen, but I feel like Cohen is about to take Trump to the cleaners, especially since Cohen actually is serving, because he's still wearing that doggone ankle bracelet. I think he's got 6 years or something that he has on his prison sentence. So even though he is not sitting in a prison, rich man privilege, he is still a prisoner. All right. So he lost his quote unquote freedom lying for Trump. And now Trump is suing him for not lying for him. This is going to turn out all bad for Trump, all good for Cohen. This is going to be, he shouldn't have done this. He would have been better to have left Cohen alone, and he would have avoided this. This is going to bring a waterfall down on Trump that he can't afford to pay, because Cohen actually has a case. He is incarcerated, quote unquote. Rich man prison, okay, is an ankle monitor. You still can go lunch in New York. You can drink. You can have your podcast and make millions of dollars, but you're still imprisoned, kind of. Well, at least you're wearing an ankle bracelet. Makes it uncomfortable and unsightly to wear your fitted, tight-legged suit. All right. And I'm being facetious, I know. All right. Woo, there you go. Next question. Oh, no, it's not a question. This is a statement from Spirits Beyond the Stars. Spirits Beyond the Stars says, I have not celebrated Christmas, Thanksgiving, or any other holiday for over 15 years. I feel like it's another way for the rich to profit off of lies. Who are they to tell us when to buy a gift for someone or when to show them we love them by buying something? The rich created a way to constantly bilk the middle class and the poor. Absolutely. And then they created a whole company called Hallmark to make sure that every doggone 3 weeks you need to buy another card for something or someone. Okay? Yes. We have got to understand. I'm not going to say anything about people celebrating their traditions as they wish to celebrate them. My ask is that you truly understand what you're celebrating and why you're celebrating it, okay? And understand that you're only doing it because you've been programmed to, because somebody told you that December 25th is Christmas and this is what you're supposed to do if you're a Christian, and this date in December is Hanukkah, and this is what you're supposed to do for these 8 days and nights if you're Jewish. And whatever other made up stuff, and I can say that because Kwanzaa is made up, because the Africans like, well, what can we celebrate? Well, hey, let's take December 26th and call that Kwanzaa, and we can celebrate joy and being grateful. All of it is made up. We are all celebrating something that somebody else told us matters. If the fact of the matter is supposed to be Jesus's birthday, or for Hanukkah, I don't know what Hanukkah celebrates, and I need to educate myself on that. But whatever the tradition is for Hanukkah, so I can't speak to Hanukkah, so I'm not even going to do it. So I'm going to speak to Christianity because that I know. So we have been programmed. Somebody told us December 25th is Jesus's birthday, but we don't buy one present for Jesus. We go out and put ourselves in debt to buy children, grandchildren, friends, co-workers, the mailman, the checker at the Kroger, a gift when we can barely afford to live ourselves. Credit card companies automatically 1st of December say, oh, it don't matter if you a month late on your bill. We're going to up your credits. We're going to up your credit because it's December. We want you to spend that money. We want you to be able to go buy everybody that something they absolutely don't need, just to prove to you that you care about them when you really don't. But you're only doing this to make a show. But they've programmed you to where you feel guilty. And if it's not guilt, then it's, well, I've got to show that I have enough and I can give nice things to people. And everything that I give them has got to be ultra special or expensive so that people know that I spent money on them. Watch your motives. I ain't spent nothing but facts and truth. If it stings, I'm sorry. If it stings, I'm sorry. If it stings, that might mean that there might be something that needs to be looked at. Why? We should be telling the people that we love them every day. We should not have to formally do anything to prove our love. And we should not take somebody else's birthday and make that a caveat to force a whole bunch of people into financial slavery. Because that's exactly what happens. You spend from October to December 25th. You spend and spend and spend. You worry and fret. Oh, who did I forget? The commercials on the television are like crack to your kids. I want this. I want that. And oh my goodness, they're working on them. The programming is exponential. And then the people, oh my goodness, oh, our kids are being bad. So let's mess with their minds. Let's mess with a little kid's mind and put a spy in the room and scare them to death. Wake up. Just pay attention to what we do. Pay attention to what we do and why we do it. And if you didn't catch that last part, I'm talking about that doggone elf on the shelf. To scare little kids. To terrify little kids that the lie of Santa Claus ain't gonna visit them because that little elf is watching everything they do. Way to make your kids paranoid. Understand if your boss put a camera over your desk and said, this is to make sure that you're productive all day, that you're not taking breaks, picking your nose, talking to your friends, or texting. It's going to watch you all day to make sure that you're being a good little girl. And every day I'm going to move that camera so you don't know where it is until you see it. And you have no idea how long it's been watching you. That's what you're doing to your kids. It's not funny. And I guarantee it's not fun for the kids because they're not in on the joke. It's cruel. Not cool, cruel. C-R-U-E-L. Watch what we do. Pay attention to what we do. Pay attention to the motives of why we do things. All right, guys. Like I said, if you got questions for Wednesday's show, drop them in the question box below or you get a rant from me like this. All right. I love you. I love you. Weather, guys, weather's crazy. The weather's crazy. These, I don't know. I know here in Nevada, they are seeding the sky to cover up whatever it is that's going on out there. I was out there for about 3 hours last night just watching the UFOs. And while the UFOs were everywhere, there were still planes crisscrossing, trying to block out the entire sky. Pay attention. If your head is all stuffy and you can't breathe, that's because of everything that's falling down to the sky. Look up. If you see them planes going, you know that you're getting all these chemicals are falling down and you are breathing them. If your eyes are dry, if your throat is cruddy, and if you're coughing, understand this is environmental. Look up. Take pictures. If you look up and see 3-4 planes going like this in different directions, take a picture. It's proof. It's evidence. If you can't prove it to nobody else, you can prove it to yourself. This is happening. Eyes wide open, guys. They are trying to hide what's going on in the atmosphere. They're changing the weather and they're manipulating. And like I said, they are manipulating the weather. They can cause it to rain. Yes, they can. They can cause it to snow. But they can't control where it happens or the amounts. And this is why we're having these crazy tornadoes, flooding, snowstorms in Minnesota in April. Okay? Pay attention, especially if you have wildly fluctuating weather, where it was 70 or 80 degrees 2 days ago, and now it's below freezing and snowing in the same week. This is man-made, manipulated weather. Okay? And then pay attention again. Pay attention to the water supplies that are being targeted. Pay attention to that. That's important. Train derailments, every single one of them seems to be in a body of water. Pay attention. All right? All right. I'm going to get off of that. Just understand that we are being manipulated hardcore right now. And all this building and housing is to herd people to the center of the United States. There will be more and more catastrophes of warehouse fires, train derailments, pollutants being expelled into the air and the water, while people like Bill Gates run around buying up all this farmland in preparation for what they're about to do to us. Pay attention to what's going on in Davos. Pay attention to what's going on in Switzerland. Pay attention to what the rich folks are doing. They'll tell us. If we watch them, we can see what's coming down the pipe and we can prepare. But we got to know who to watch. All right? I love you guys. Don't be paranoid. Don't be afraid. Just be aware. Be informed. Disconnect yourself from the matrix. Disconnect yourself from the 3D. Elevate your thinking. Connect with nature. Kind of get out of the electronic. Every day try to get outside. The sun heals you. The sun breaks down a lot of the poisons that get put into us. The earth heals us. Barefooted on the earth, butt on the ground. Face to the sun. Heal yourself. I love you. I love you. Namaste, y'all.